Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining for the first time, I'm Aisha and I make YouTube videos on entrepreneurship, lifestyle and fashion. So on today's video, we will look into the sewing jobs available to immigrants in the UK, the sponsorship opportunities, and we'll actively hunt for these jobs and create a CV for this role. So I made a video a few months ago about sewing job opportunities in the UK and I'm glad you guys are really in need of it. I saw your comment. Thank you. However, I don't understand something. So maybe there's something I said in the video that is not well communicated. Like I've been receiving emails, people have been sending me their CV to get them a job. Like even under the comments, I don't understand. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not a recruiter. So I literally explained everything I did to get a sewing job. I've gotten different sewing jobs with this info I shared. In fact, at this point, if I leave where I'm working, it should take like 2 weeks to a month for me to get another job. That's how confident I am. So if you're serious about this, I believe the information should be at least enough to be a guideline or a stepping stone to figuring out how to get this job. So anyway, this is why I'm making a follow-up video. So we'll look for these jobs together and we'll create a CV together. So if you're here to watch the previous videos, I'll drop the link below. Let's get started. Let me give you a quick background of the sewing jobs available. The most common one is the sewing machinist job, and that is always in a factory settings or a studio setting, but mostly factory settings. In the last video, someone asked if she can do the job without knowing how to use an industrial machine. And my answer is that most of all of this workplace uses industrial machine, and you will be required to get familiar with industrial machines. Yes, you'll still go through some trainings, but the training is just to, get familiar with the type of machines and know the sewing process and also learn how to use other machines. So because the industrial machines here are kind of different from the ones we use in Nigeria and even in some other countries. So you just need a bit of explanation and using these machines to get used to how to use them. So they're not training a beginner because they know that if you're at least familiar with any type of industrial machine, they won't teach you how to use the pedal and sew at a fast pace. So everything else will be easier to teach and learn. If you've never used an industrial machine, try to get yourself to use one to at least boost your confidence, because at the end of the day, confidence will determine your performance during the interview process. Even if you've been using everything for so long but you still don't have confidence, you might still fuck it up while doing the interview and just mess up your chance of getting a job. If you've never really used the industrial machine before and you think, oh, you can do this, or you've seen people doing it and you're probably lucky to get an industrial machine that doesn't really have so much fast pedaling and all. So I won't advise you to blindly go for the interview believing you can use the machine and you won't be able to. So if you've not watched my horrible sewing interview experience, you can watch it after this video to just entertain yourself. A lot happened in that video. So another question from the comment section is the requirement to get the job. They don't care if you have a school degree or sewing training, you just have to be good at sewing. So some may require you to have factory experience. So if you've not worked in a factory before, but you've done bulk sewing, like sewing a lot of things at once, or you're familiar with different fabrics and other things, so you're good to go. The requirements vary from company to company. I'm very sure you find a company that aligns with you. So if you don't have UK experience, add all your experience without adding locations. And you don't need to talk about location during the interview except you're asked. So this will enable you to get the job faster. And once you get one job here in the UK, the rest is easier because it means you already have UK experience, even if you just work there for like 1 or 2 weeks. So my first place of work, I only worked there for like 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah. And it's because the distance was so long for me. The distance was just too much. So I couldn't continue. That is just like a blessing because at least I was able to add that. They didn't really have requirements. In fact, I just sent the CV without knowing all those things I know now. And I was just called for so the interview was just practical. They didn't look for any other thing apart from what I can do and how I can do it. And yeah, they'll show you what you need to do first, then you do it and they'll see. So it really depends on the company. I'm just talking from my experience. It really depends on the company you're applying to. So guys, if you enjoyed the video so far, kindly support your girl. Click on that subscribe button. Also share, like, comment, and turn on the notification bell. Please, at least this is a way of supporting me. We must get to 1,000 subscribers before August. So help us God. Amen. So let's get back to what we're saying. So I've never been asked for reference before. I don't think they really care about that much. They're mostly just after the skill, and it really depends on the company, as I said. So one thing that helped me to get the jobs faster is adding pictures to my CV. So at the end of my CV, I just added some pictures of my works, and an employer specifically told me that she chose me over others just because I added images, and she didn't question my skills. That is a seamstress job though, and they're a bit different. So I got the job without practical interview just because I added images, and she was rest assured that I can do every other things. Some sewing machinist jobs involves pattern cutting and other sewing skills. So let's talk about the seamstress and the difference between this and the sewing machinist. So seamstress looks more like classic in my own way. It's mostly not a factory settings. They work more in like a studio settings. Sometimes they work with fashion designers, pattern cutters and all. So you need to understand pattern cutting and interpret patterns and clothes already cut down. It's more of quality over quantity. You need to sew delicately, need to know how to undo, needle and make different delicate stitches and different sewing methods. So you can also work as a freelancer and get work from home jobs, like work for company to supply them. You just be working from home. So this needs more fashion design knowledge. Are there sponsorships in this role? Yes, there are sponsorships in this role. So I'll say they're not so much, but they're readily available. They're online. So let's look into that. Okay, so let's search for sewing machinist jobs with sponsorship. So as we can see here, you see there are a lot of results. We have some job listings from Indeed, Read, Simply Hired, and other websites from other websites. So let's use Indeed. I mostly use Indeed. All the jobs I've gotten so far are from Indeed. So this is one. This is iWinecom. Wait, oh, this is not even sewing. This is not even sewing machinist. It's just saying machinist. Okay, so let's check this. So this is a sewing machinist role, and it says sponsorship available. So let's look at the job. Well, how do I maximize this? Okay, so this was posted 1 month ago, and this is just to these are the responsibilities: to mark, to cut and sew fabrics and garments, particularly clothing, repairs on goods. So you'll be repairing stuffs to fill and stuff garments and fabric products for our customers, to examine sketches and draw out patterns for the manufacture of garments, to shape and steam fabric into hoods and give final shape products, to make buttons, shapes. So this is not just a sewing machinist where you just be sewing. This is all round. This is all round. So another thing is, so if you see, the job role is and sewer, sewer. So that's the job role. So sometimes these jobs are not just the name is different. So it can be like a production technician, it can be like and sewer, as you can see here, or something else. But at the end of the day, once you search with sewer machinists, it will bring jobs that are in this category, even if it's not like labeled sewer machinist. So that's how we got here. I'm just making sure I note that. So the skills and experience, previous sewing experience by hand and by a machine. Yeah, so you need to know how to sew by hand and by a machine. To work standing up for large period of time. Oh my god. To bend kneel down to work on products. To lift, pull, roll, maneuver rolls of fabrics. Must have an interest in sewing or textile. Sewing experience, both by hand and by machine. Work experience in the textile industry or in a similar relevant role. An excellent eye for detail. With all these skills and experience, it looks like something that might be overwhelming to you and you think maybe you can't really do it. But I think over here, the majority, what you really need to consider first is the skill, previous sewing experience by hand and by machine. So probably the questions that will be asked during the interview or something will be focused on hand sewing and machine sewing. So it means they mostly do a lot of hand jobs and all, and you may not really need to know like extremely detailed, but if you have an idea and you're able to prove to them that at least you can do something, so they're not looking for you to be perfect at hand stitch or something. But when they see that okay, you have potential, then when it comes to training, then the training can go smoothly. It all still depends on the company, I'm just saying. And all this other experience is just things you either choose to want to do or not, like standing, bending, kneeling. So I feel it might be a bit rigorous. So desirable experience in men's formal wear. So if you know how to sew men's wear, men's clothes, or you have an idea, it is just desirable. So they know that majority of people that are coming for this interview, many may not really know how to make suits, make shirts, make, trousers. But if you have this experience, then you might have a higher chance. They might want to consider you above other people, but it doesn't mean. So here it says company pension, sick pay, there is UK visa sponsorship, and you can work from home. Mm, this is nice. Like, you can work from home. So this has already closed. It's closed last month. Yeah, it's closed last month. So let's see if we can get more, because the one we found on Indeed is not, we didn't find any sewing machinist sponsorship job on Indeed. Let's see, read. Yeah, so this industrial sewing machinist, let's see. Yeah, this is a sewing machinist job. I'm just trying to look for where it stated that they sponsor before we look deep into this role. Oh God, I just don't want to read. I don't want to read. Yada yada yada. You need to come to. Mm, to prioritize your work. Is available. So is there? I don't know. I'm sure there should be somewhere it's stated. So anyway, let's go through this role. So this is an immediate interview. They're currently recruiting for industrial sewing machinists to start a permanent contract for a well-established company in Horsham. So the role is to manufacture soft furnishings for trade and retail industry. Yeah, so I didn't state earlier in this sewing machinists. So there are different companies, there are different areas where they are in need of clothes and they need people to sew. So it might be furnishings, beddings, it might be clothes for chairs, it might be clothes, something fabric like for mats. It can be a cotton factory, it can be outfits, clothes, and it can even be leather. It can be leather factory and all. Although it's called the ones for leather and all, it's called, what's it called? Oisri, no, I forgot. But in short, there are different areas where where companies need sewing machinists. So over here, they said you need to be competent in using a broader sewing machine and overlocker and be able to work from templates and measurements. Yeah, so this is what I mentioned, like working from templates. That is, you should be able to kind of understand when a pattern is mapped out on a paper, and when it's cut out, you should understand what it means, even if you're not the one that cut it from the start, and measurements. So this can be a busy role, so the candidates will need to be able to work under pressure at times. So you need to prioritize your work and work deadlines. Mm. So I didn't say anywhere where it stated that they sponsor here. Okay, let's type it in. Industrial sewing machinist with visa sponsorship. Search. No jobs found. There is no job. Yeah, it's cars, man. The last time I checked, I was still able to find more jobs. Probably it's because of this time, because I don't understand this UK. I think it's in every area. So when it's like the early period of the year, January to some certain time, there'll be limited jobs. And even while working in some jobs, there'll be limited work to do. I don't understand how that works. So let's check simply hired. No. Okay, there's Taylor. Um, Garment construction, ability, competitive, opportunity, potential. Um, oh yeah, this job is sponsoring. So if you can see down here, they say UK visa sponsorship. And you can work from home also. Okay, so this job type is seamstress or tailor or dressmaker. Yeah, as I mentioned, there are different names for this. So you can search for seamstress, you can search for tailor, you can search for dressmaker, you can search for sewing machinist. So let's check through the job. It was posted 5 days ago. So it has part-time and full-time role, and the pay is from 28,527 dollars. Is it dollars? To 30,000, it's pounds, sorry, to 30,318 pounds per year. I was wondering dollars, okay. So it's in London, and it's the name of the company is Rainbow Fabrics. That's free parking, discounted or free food. They also has mentoring. They have mentoring programs. You can work from home. UK visa sponsorship, and there is discounts. So the qualification is sewing English communication skill. Yeah, there are actually some jobs where I know there are people, they recruit people that can't speak English. So they learn to communicate while on the job, and they find other means of communication. So it really depends on the job. So this one requires you to be able to speak English and know how to communicate well with English and sew. So this is all about them. Our work environment includes modern office, food provided. Okay, so it's not like a factory setting. It's a modern office setting. So the overview of the job: we're seeking a skilled and experienced tailor to join our team. As a tailor, you will be responsible for providing high quality alterations and tailoring services to our customers. So this is an excellent opportunity for someone with a passion for fashion and attention to detail. So this is like an alteration job. You're just like they'll probably this is an alteration company or something. So there will be a lot of clothes coming in, and what you'll be doing is to just amend, alter, change. Yeah, the same thing. So the responsibilities is to perform alterations and repairs on various types of garments, including but not limited to pants, shirts, dresses, suits, and jackets. So I know in Nigeria, a lot of people that knows how to make pants, shirts, and all, a lot don't know how to make the suits also. So if you can't really make suits, I don't know, you can still apply for the job, because you can't say it's because of one particular thing that you won't apply for a job, because they might be looking for different people and they know that these people won't have everything. So what I'm trying to say in short is, if you can do all these things but you don't really understand how to sew suits, you can still apply for the job. So it doesn't mean you won't get it. So let's continue. The person should be able to take accurate measurements to ensure proper fit, sew, hem, and stitch garments using appropriate techniques and equipment. So while applying for jobs, one thing I've learned is, in Nigeria, we don't really use all these words, all these professional words. Like, we kind of have our own words for some things. So I know a lot of people understand what hemming, stitching, and all will be, but some people may not really understand what hemming is. So, or even other things. I'm sorry, I'm just saying, I'm just giving that as an example. So what I'm trying to drive at is, whatever they're explaining here, don't think because the word is strange that you can't do it. So a person that doesn't understand what hemming is, as mostly as I will say, someone that don't understand what hemming is, I've worked with hemming and has done hemming before. So they know how to hem, but probably they're not familiar with that word in particular. So the solution is, when you see a word like a strange word or a type of machine, just go to Google, go to YouTube, how to especially that YouTube, because that's the thing that happened during my interview that I told you I made a video for. So there are different machines, and I'm not conversant with the machine names, and I checked on Google, but it brought out the normal straight stitch machine, so I thought I could use it. But when I got there, it's, in short, you should go and watch that video. So it's all boils down to, it's after the interview I went to YouTube. I was now regretting I didn't check on YouTube first. Why did I check on Google instead of YouTube? So when you're checking for something on YouTube, how to sew or how to do this, it will show you the videos in particular, so you know what is what. I don't know if I'm explaining well, but that's how I can explain for now, Sha. So let's continue. Replace zippers, buttons, and other fasteners as needed. Collaborate with customers to understand the specific alteration request. So this is one of the reasons why communication skill is needed, because you still need to do hands-on communication with customers here. So provide recommendations on garment alteration based on customers' preferences and body types. See, these are simple things, and you can do if you have fashion design experience. It's just confidence, and confidence can be learnt on the job too. So we shouldn't be discouraged. Maintain a clean area. Adhere to all safety guidelines. So let's go to the experience. Proven experience as a tailor or seamstress. Strong knowledge of garment construction and alteration techniques. Yeah, so one thing I need to mention again about the experience. A lot of people don't really have experience working for other people, but they've worked a lot for themselves and they've gained a lot of skills by working for themselves. Okay, we'll still get into this while doing the CV. So, yeah, should we explain now? Yeah, so in short, what I'm trying to say is this experience, if you don't have experience working for someone else, but you have experience working for yourself, you can still add it as part of your experience. And the name of your company, you added that this is the company you've worked for, because at the end of the day, you've worked for this company. So, proficiency in using sewing machines, sergers, ability to accurately measure, excellent attention to detail and precision, strong communication skill. Those are the experience and the benefits. Competitive pay based on experience. Yeah, so since at the beginning they said the pay should be between 28,000 to 30,000. So you should know how to what's the word? What's the word? You should know how to bargain on your price, on the salary you want to receive. Oh God, as simple as that word is. Yeah, so there is full-time, there is part-time. So I think we should just move on to the next one. There are a lot of jobs aside visa sponsorship. It's because we're looking for visa sponsorship. For example, let's just look for sewing machinist jobs first. Machinist jobs. No. Yeah, so there are a lot of jobs. These are 100 plus jobs on Google Jobs. So let's just go to Indeed quick. Now let's search in the UK. So see, there are a lot of sewing jobs: industrial sewing machinist technician, sewing machinist, industrial sewing machinist. There are lots of jobs. 225 jobs here. So let's say you're looking for tailoring. So let's search for tailoring. No, tailor. Oh, hello. Let's search for seamstress. Yeah, so these are seamstress jobs, 57 jobs. Let's check one. 24,000 pounds per year. This is just minimum wage, just a little bit above. We're looking for creative individuals with a can-do approach. Story. So the department is embroidery and embellishment, colors, reason. Yeah. So this position will be trained on our industrial sewing machines, working from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30. A small and friendly team outside of Baystar, due to our location, must be able to drive, full-time, permanent. Yeah, so that's it. This one is asking for Photoshop illustration. Wahala. So I want us to go back to the other job. So let's use this job now. Let's use it to make a CV. Let's make a CV. The sun is too sunny. So let's copy this all because I don't have time to make CV from scratch again, not in the time of AI. So let's copy this all. This old job. So let's copy this and let's use it to make a CV. So let's go to ChatGPT. Let's give it a prompt. This is a sewing machinist or tailoring job. This is a, what's the name of the job? Sewing job. This is a sewing job. Make me a CV that is well tailored to this job. Include job experience and other details needed. So let's paste the job here inside ChatGPT and let's see. So it has made the CV for us that is tailored to that job. So let's copy this and paste it to Microsoft. So this is where we're going to tailor our CV. So I think the most important part of the CV is the professional summary, the skills, and the experience, the job experience, and then the pictures I mentioned earlier. So all these ones, all these ones, we don't need all these ones. The major things we need, let's touch on the professional summary. So it says dedicated and skilled sewing machinist with a year of experience. Yeah, so let's say, yeah, a year of experience. You put the amount of years of experience you have and probably rewrite this, in a more tailored way to you. So you won't just use something that is copied directly from ChatGPT. Both proficient in both hand and machine sewing, with a keen eye for detail and passion for creating high quality garments. Experienced in marking, cutting, sewing, and repairing fabrics, as well as shaping and steaming garments. So you make a professional summary according to the job. The skills: proficient in hand and machine sewing, ability to work standing up for extended periods of time. Yeah, this is well tailored. Comfortable bending, excellent eye for detail, experience in men's formal wear. So if so for this sewing experience, you can just say experience in different outfits, experience making different outfits. That is, if you don't have experience with menswear, but any type of outfit you have experience in that kind of a bit relate to menswear, also like trousers or jackets and all, or t-shirts and all, add it. And even in this men's formal wear, add what the types, different examples there. So add examples, trousers, suits, jackets and all. Excellent eye for details. So for these skills, I think you should arrange them in two categories: your hard skills and soft skills. Your hard skills should come first, and those are the experience, the practical experience you have. So this experience in men's formal wear, we are bringing it up because it's more important. Proficient in hand sewing. Let's split this into two. So this first one, proficient in hand sewing, you add examples such as making different hand stitches, like what had the examples of different hand stitches, needle stitches, needle embroidery or whatever. Okay, yeah, so proficient with machine. Of course, it's just because we're doing it here, as mean you're making it by yourself. There are some words you change that you won't reuse, but me thinking about word will take time. Proficient with sewing machines, with industrial and domestic sewing machine. Ability to work, so proficient with industrial and domestic sewing machines. Ability to work standing, these are secondary. Okay, skilled in pattern and color matching. That is part of the hard skills. Skilled in pattern and color matching. Strong interest in sewing and textiles and related craftworks. Related crafts. So these are like the art skills, the most important skills. Then comes the other ones. Ability to work standing up for extended periods of time. Yeah, it will all be together, but at least the most important ones should come first, in my own opinion. So key responsibilities, no, it should be okay. Yeah, so on AI made responsibilities separately, but we should add this under skills. So the job role stated you should know how to mark out, cut, sew fabrics and garments. So this should have been under skills because it stated that they need someone that can cut and do all those. So they need to know that we can mark, we can cut, proficient in marking out, cutting and sewing fabrics and garments. Filing and stuffing garments and fabric products for customers. Yeah, so some of this can be under experience. Like you can add under the experience, you can add this under the experience, like you've had the experience filing and stuffing garments and fabric products for customers. You've had the experience to recommend, relate, communicate with customers and give them their desired fabrics and all. Yeah, you can add those stuffs. So they'll see that okay, you have experience working with customers, choosing fabrics for customers, recommending stuffs. So even if you've not done this directly, but at a point in time you've communicated with customers, you've kind of listened to them or taken a measurement, something that you've done indirectly but not exactly directly, and you're confident that you've done it or you can do it. Yeah, you need to add it. Yeah, tasks like making buttons, shaping, grooming should be under the skills. Of course, when you're making your CV, you won't add all these things exactly directly like this. You need to rewrite it, rephrase it, use other words and all. So let's delete these key responsibilities. So let's move to the experience. So this is how it should follow: the professional summary, the skills, the experience. So for this experience, it is very important because that's where it will show where you've worked, what you've done, and that's where they will see whether you're kind of competent enough to be called for an interview. What am I doing? Company name. Yeah, so you are the company name. So let's say you have a business before you traveled, or you still have your own business. So you add your business name here, date of employment, probably the date you started the business, because that's the day you started working. So that's where you retailor, you bring in the other stuffs, you tailor your experience here, and you twist it with the experience you've had and the ones they require you to add. You put them there. So successfully executed all key responsibilities, including marking, cutting. You've demonstrated proficiency in filing and stuffing. You've applied patterns. So including other things that it is not stated in this job description, but you've done before, you should add it. So in that way, they'll see that, okay, you have more experience, even more than what they required you to. So you can add like two, I don't know about adding just one place of work, one experience. Try to get at least two experiences to add. Add your education um, or your training certificates, education or training or certificates or both. Add it here. Add it here. All these ones, it's not needed. And here, So once you're done with your CV shouldn't be more than 1 or 2 pages. Let it be, yeah, it shouldn't be more than like 2 pages at most. It shouldn't be too long. It should have the most important details. Other stuff that you've done that is not really relating to sewing, or it's not relating to all these things, Jadano. It shouldn't be here. So the images. So you open another page. So over here, you can add some of your images. You can just bring them in anyhow, just to show what you've done before. So they will, at least they'll be more connected to you and want to book you in for an interview. Yeah, so we've created a CV. You can work better on the CV, but at least the basic thing about a CV for a sewing machinist job is this. Oh, this video should be up to 30 minutes. You can skip wherever seems boring or looks boring to you, but I don't think I want to cut out anywhere in case, so that I won't be cutting out the important part for some people. So if you have any question, ask me in the comment section and I'll try to answer as best as I can. If you have any other thing you want me to cover, yeah, also put it in the comment section. So please kindly support your girl. We must hit 1,000 before August. Kindly support your girl, subscribe, click on the like, share, comment, turn on the notification bell to get more videos next time. Thank you for watching. Peace out. I hope you have, I hope, I wish you, I wish you good luck in your job interview, your endeavors. Bye.